What are Twitter lists? Twitter lists are a great way to organize your Twitter contacts into groups. Being included in a list gives you added visibility on Twitter. People can see your tweets if they follow the list you're in, even if they don't follow you as an individual. You can follow an entire Twitter list with one click instead of following the individual members. And anyone can create a Twitter list. So how do you go about making a Twitter list? To create one, you'll click on Lists from the drop-down menu at the very top right of your screen. You'll see that little person icon. You click it to drop down the menu and you'll click on Lists. Then when you open up the Lists page, after you've clicked on Lists in the drop-down, you'll see all the lists that you currently follow and the option to create a list, as you can see here. So how do you make this Twitter list? Once you click Create a List, you'll type in your list name and your description and decide if the list should be public or private. If you mark the list as private, only you can access this list and people in the public cannot see who you've listed there and even that list exists. There's where I would type in my client list name. Here's my description, and here's where I choose whether it's public or private. Then you click Save, and you've done creating your list. Once your list is created, you want to add people to it. So to add someone to your list, you can search for someone by their username, such as @LKR, or by their first or last name, by their business name, or by their brand name. You'll just simply search right here to add people to your list. Once you've typed in your search criteria, in this case I typed in LKR for Laura, you'll see a list of all of the results. When you find the person you want to add, you'll click the little person looking icon and select Add or Remove from Lists from the drop-down menu. There's the little drop-down. And once you click that, then you see this pop-up window to prompt you to choose which list to include this person on. The lock icon next to the list name means that is a private list which only you can see. You can also create a new list right from within this pop-up window by clicking the Create a List link. Now you might be curious to find out what lists you're on. You are probably being added to Twitter lists all the time, randomly, and it's not something that you're notified of by Twitter. So in order to find out where you've been listed, on the Twitter homepage, you're going to click on your name to view your profile page. Then on the left side menu on your profile page, click the Lists tab to view a list of all the lists you follow and all the lists that you've been added to. So there's where you click on your name to access your profile. And then once you're on your profile, you'll see this menu on the left side and you'll just simply click the lists link. And then over to the right of the menu on your profile page, all the lists will pop up and you'll see that you've got all the lists that you're subscribed to and lists that you're a member of. So you'll click over to Member Of up there at the top next to Lists, and you'll see all the lists that are following you, which means these are all the lists that you've been added to. So again, you'll see a list of all the public lists that you've been listed on. And if you want to stay up to date with other people who are on that same list, they might be people in your target market or people who you want to see what they're up to in the world, then you'll click the name of the list to access that list's Twitter page. So in this example, I clicked on social media list, and then I came up with this little window here. And what you'll do is you'll just click the subscribe button underneath the list name, and you'll be subscribed to that list. So you can stay current on what the other list members are doing without needing to follow each of them as individuals. You can also see who all the other list members are and who else has subscribed to this list. It's right underneath the subscribe button. So you can also keep track of lists that you're a member of and lists you've created in social media tools like Hootsuite and TweetDeck. You will need the list URL or handle in order to add it to one of these tools. You can get this information when you first set up your list. So for example, my Twitter handle is @Revelish. And so if I named my list name, then the handle would look like @Revelish/list-name. Therefore, the URL for the list looks just like that Twitter handle, but without the @ symbol. So you add the whole website shebang in front of it, http://twitter.com/Revelish, that's your username or your handle, /list-name. So now that you know all about Twitter lists, go start one. Create a list of your clients. This is one you may want to keep private, but it's a great way to keep track of what your clients are saying and doing on social media. So if you check it once a week or so, you'll know what your clients are up to, and you'll know right away if they have any sort of issues or customer service problems with you. Wouldn't you want to be the first to know? You can also encourage your in-person networking groups to start a Twitter list for all the members. Maybe you could even volunteer to create and manage it so that you all know what you're up to on social media. You could also create a list of your favorite local resources and shops, or start a list of your favorite bloggers. These are just some ideas to get you started with Twitter lists. This is Emily for LKR, and this is your Backstage Pass to Twitter Lists.